Aquarius Nation, welcome to your 7-day forecast with angelic ascensions. I hope all is genuinely well. This may be a reading that may resonate with you if you happen to have Aqua in your Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus dominant in your natal chart, or if you happen to be cross-watching for an Aquarius. You might find some information in this reading that may resonate. Please take into consideration a few things. Consider that not everything that's mentioned in this reading is guaranteed to be a match. Consider what resonates, disregard what is not your message. Please don't jump to any sort of conclusions based on a general reading. If you'd like a reading based on your own personal energy, you can of course book me for a reading on my website, which happens to be angelic-ascensions-tarot.com. Sometimes the information in the reading may not resonate initially because it hasn't had a chance to occur. So again, this is just with an open mind. Consider it a trigger warning as I inform you that we're going to talk about delicate topics. Let's get it, Aquarius Nation. Let's see what's playing out for you over the next 7 days. And your energy this week is a Libra moon, a Cancer sun, a Pisces sun. Some of these people, Aquarius, you already know how this goes, right? Some of these people are people that genuinely like you and want to see good things come for you, come out for you, good outcomes. And then there are some people that don't. Let's see what's going on. It seems like there's a back and forth that you're having with someone. Let's see what this is about. It seems like somebody might have gotten their feelings hurt because I see conflict. You might be having conflict with someone, Aquarius, a cross-watcher, or somebody around you might be having this conflict. I see something related to anger. You guys are saying this week, Aquarius, transform anger. Either this is you transforming this anger, or there's someone that you're connected to. You need to transform anger. Maybe you're not sure. Maybe crossing energy is acceptance. So your guys are saying that there might be some things that you might be pissed off about, Aquarius, or cross-watcher, or someone around you could be. You guys are saying acceptance. Accept things for what they are. This might be an unpredictable week. Maybe you're not sure what to do, which direction to go in when it comes to something here. Seems like you're a bit lost. Who is lost? Connected to you as an earth sign. Specifically, a Virgo. You got Virgo and you got Scorpio that are dominant energies in your reading. You guys say, yeah, they're recommending that you stay centered this week because it looks like you might have a bit of anxiety about something. Okay, so who's in your energy this week is a player. You got a player that may be coming through. You got a friend that might be coming through. And what also might be coming through is your psychic abilities. This week, you guys want you to really have a clear vision about things. And I think that's something that comes natural for you. I think your power of discernment is going to go a long way. This week, well, not just this week. I just think that maybe Aquarius or cross-watcher, you're not someone who lets people in easily. And I think that if there is some sort of deceptive energy in your, not if, there is, especially coming from an earth sign, there's some deceptive energy in your reading, and in your, someone who is deceptive in your energy, I definitely feel like you're going to call it out. Okay, because it looks like you might be doing that. It seems like you might be angry. I don't know if you're angry at someone. For some of you, this might be a romantic partner. Bear with me, Aquarius. I'm trying to see what's going on. It might be an ex. So Leo that shows up to your reading. It seems like the vibe is off between you and someone this week. Okay, this looks like if you have had prior conflict with someone, This looks like someone is coming back. Someone that you have had prior issues with. You might be kind of concerned about where situations are going with this person. Because it seems like what you're having an issue is deading the past, letting it go. There's definitely deception detected. You got a Sagittarius. There's somebody that's not ready to face the truth. Either it's with themselves or maybe this is a confrontation for the truth. The Hermit, once again, Virgo. Somebody, it's very clear that someone has Virgo placements. Okay. What you can expect this week, Aquarius or cross watcher, is communication. As I mentioned to you, somebody that's been very distant from you, possibly physically distant, emotionally distant, someone comes back in. For some of you, I mentioned a friend. This friend could possibly be a fire sign. Okay, because I see somebody, a fire sign is in your energy. And I'm asking Spirit, who is this fire sign? Who is this that's watching you from a distance? Spirit guides say that this has something to do with an Aries individual. You got an Aries and you also have a Libra. So this Queen of Swords could possibly be a Libra, but if I'm not clear about it, there's also a Scorpio. Some of you, this could be the case, Sun, Moon, or Rising. I don't know, this might be a situation where it's not easy to get over what happened. Are you angry with this? I guess you are. You must be. I guess someone has had a chance to reflect on things, Aquarius or Crosswatcher, and I think somebody feels sorrowful about something. Regretful about what? Hey, bear with me. I'm just curious. I'm like, what are you having conflict about? So you're having conflict with a friend, as I mentioned to you. I think you're frustrated with someone. And I think that you're looking at someone as though they're self-absorbed. So you might be under the impression that somebody only cares about themselves. That might be how you're looking at someone this week. Maybe you feel like someone lacks empathy for other people. And yeah, I think that there's somebody that you're ready to let go of. Or you're just letting your frustration out on someone. Spirit guys, what's going on with Aquarius? Seems like you're hurt because of something, Aquarius. Of course, the reading can be reversed. So if I haven't made that clear, the things that are happening in the reading could definitely be reversed. How can you feed others when your own table is empty? We're going to get to that. I feel like that's in your work life. You're angry with someone about what, though? Because it looks like you want to free yourself from something. Be still and listen to the spirits. Interesting. Okay. Maybe this isn't about a love relationship. Some of this might be, because I'm trying to figure out, okay, if this is a love relationship, how is this playing out? I see other things that I kind of want to talk about, but I kind of want to get to the bottom of what's going on and why you're frustrated with someone. They're acting selfish. You don't have time for it. And so maybe there's somebody, like I said, you're not communicating with them. Maybe you feel like somebody does not see the big picture. I think what you're frustrated about is that there's gossip. Because something has you feeling upset. But then at the same time, I'm like, this is Aquarius that we're talking about. You really care that much about what other people have to say? That doesn't sound like Aquarius. So Aquarius, in a nutshell, you might overhear something that someone is saying. And you might get a little bit impatient. And you might be kind of frustrated. And there might be something that you want to say to someone. Because I think that maybe there's something that you did let slide, but this week you're like, I'm not letting it slide any longer. It's that type of thing. You're triggered for whatever reason. Either you are triggered or someone wants you to be triggered. I'm trying to figure out why. Somebody wants you to be triggered for what reason? You might be triggered because it definitely feels like somebody is walking out. So either you're walking out on a situation, some of you are having conflict with someone, you're having a big blow up with someone. Maybe somebody is leaving in the middle of an argument. Maybe there's something that you want to discuss, or you've been in a situation like this before. It just seems okay. I'll say, the Aquarius or cross watcher, if you're having a lover's quarrel with someone, you're in a romantic relationship with someone, they're coming back to talk things out. I think if you did go through something past, or the recent past, or this week, communication takes place. This could possibly be your child's father, possibly someone that you co-parent children with. What the issue is a third party. Not all of you have a third party. For some of you, the third party is not a cheating situation. For a majority of you, it is though. Some of you, it's a friend. There might be, maybe you don't like this person's friends. Maybe you feel like their friends are trifling, or they try to get in the way of what you have going on. But trust and believe, someone's coming in this week to speak. So you could possibly be having a conversation with someone. Not only that, it seems like they might be coming to your house, because it looks like there's a father figure right beneath that returning home. So this is your father, your ex, who could possibly have a military affiliation. Somebody is coming back. Someone is definitely returning. But your guides are saying, you know what? Hold up. Maybe this person hasn't really changed. And I kind of think that you might see that. And maybe that's something that your spirit guides are trying to tell you about. Something about this situation is a little bit off. And not everything that is being told in this situation is the truth. I think that you see the truth, like I told you at the beginning of the reading. I think you're very cautious. I think you're very protective of yourself and the people that you love. And I find you to be very discerning. And I feel like your guys are saying, yeah, be more of that this week. I just don't understand why you're upset. I would see why you would be upset. The quickest way to upset you would be that somebody is crossing your boundaries, or somebody is lying to you. So that's what this anger situation is about. You might catch somebody in a lie, and it doesn't have to be that it's this person. And this is, like in this particular scenario, this could be something that you're kind of seeing in your everyday life. Because let's talk about it. I see something happening online, and this also happens to be the Seven of Swords. Well, on this person's notepad is talking about repeat, copy, paste, repeat. So obviously there's some deception here. Like there's somebody that's copying and pasting what you're doing. Let's see what this is about. Your spirit guides are trying to warn you of something, okay? Because let's roll it back in case you came in a little bit late. Your guides say, be still and listen to the spirits. It's about someone that's in your energy this week. It's not, it's always the case, Aquarius. This person doesn't really exit your reading. Like they're constantly there. And I think that you pick up on it. Okay, so let's talk about it. You got somebody doing magic on your situation. And I think that you know who this person is. You know what their agenda is. You already know what time it is, Aquarius. And I think that that's something that just has you furious. Because it definitely feels like somebody is trying to stop something that you're doing. This could be a third party maybe trying to break up your relationship. Because let's talk about it. Whomever this is, it's like somebody is just watching your relationship. Or as I mentioned to you, this might be something that you're seeing. You could definitely be the observer of some sort of deception. Let's talk about it. Whatever this deception is, especially if something is being done online, it definitely feels like it's going to be discovered. Someone is going to see this. But what I really feel is that you see that somebody is really sticking their neck out to see what you're doing, to see what you're about. Or to see what's going on with you. So it seems like maybe something is not just affecting you, it might be affecting someone else. Now, because I've got a few scenarios out there on the table already, for some of you, there's a child that might be in the middle of some sort of conflict. Like we talked about a father figure. Maybe you have a daughter with someone, or there's children that are involved in the middle of what's going on. Yeah, definitely a father figure. We spoke of a Libra, Aquarius, or a Gemini could be relevant to what you're dealing with. You might have a son and a daughter. There might be a couple of kids here between you and someone else. Perhaps someone left you for someone else. I see a child communicating with their parent. So if this is not a partner walking out, then this might be your child's other parent that walked out. I'm not sure what this is. The spirit guides say, once again, deception. So deception, no doubt about it, is being detected. And this is something that you're going to see. You're going to see this. Other people may see it, especially if this has something to do with gossip. Because it seems like something has been, I'm like, what is this that's pissing you off? Well, we talked about it, I guess. It's deception. It's this effed up situation that somebody is bringing. Yeah, it's gossip, confusion. You're confused about something. Are you confused? You're confused about what somebody is saying. I think some of you might be confused about what to do. Come on. Somebody's arguing. If you're not arguing with somebody, somebody is arguing with someone. This is a completely different deck. The spirit guides say, yes, there is somebody lighting candles on you. Or you are the one that is doing this to transform your situation. I think someone would like for you to be in a state of confusion. Maybe you are in a state of confusion about maybe how to clear up a conflict with someone. You guys are saying, no, this is something that's persistent. Like somebody keeps doing this. Random side note, you might be misplacing a key, Aquarius. You said you hear the kitty. That's my kid. The kitty. Wow, he's actually quiet right now. Persistence. Someone continues to persist with this negativity. This is somebody trolling you, it feels like, or someone is saying something to maybe spark some sort of insecurity. So yes, somebody wants to trigger you for whatever reason. I don't know. I don't really see a rhyme or reason as to why, except for this possible jealousy situation. I don't know what this is about. This is just odd, and it's annoying that it comes up in every reading. Yeah, this is some sort of obstacle. Either way, your guides are telling you stand your ground. So I think that that's exactly what you're doing in a particular situation. There's something that you might need to say, or in some capacity, it feels like you're standing your ground. This week, even though you have some things that come up that might be distracting you, you guys are saying make plans and focus. It seems like they want you to focus on something, whatever this happens to be. This is what your spirit guides are talking to you about, because you might be tempted to make this whole other situation your focus. What other people are doing, saying, accusing you of, whatever this happens to be. Your guides are saying, Aquarius, focus, detach, right? It seems like that's the case. You might be deciding this week to kind of separate yourself from certain people or cut certain people off. That might be something that might be triggering you, frustrating you, or somebody's refusal to change, or just very invasive, nosy people. But I can't help but to notice, it seems like you have anxiety about something. Spirit is restoring something that's interesting. Somebody is wearing a mask. I think somebody might be wearing a mask. Yeah, in your everyday life. Somebody could be covering up something. This could definitely be someone maybe trying to cover up something that they're doing. Somebody's doing magic on you, Aquarius. It seems like somebody doesn't want you to know who they are. Did you misplace your glasses possibly? Some of you could possibly be getting, like, you're looking for something. You're hunting for your glasses, you're hunting for your keys or something like this. Maybe something got misplaced. Bear with me. I'm trying to see exactly what's going on and how this is all coming together. What are you having anxiety about? Oh, some of you, you're having anxiety about maybe your kids being in school, maybe starting school again. Maybe you're getting them prepared. Some of you, you might have a child that might have some sort of difficulty with their studies. Okay. I think I see what's going on. It seems like you feel unprepared. You got old worries that look like they're resurfacing. There's definitely something going on online. There's no doubt about it. Random side note, you might be seeing a lot of birds though. You might be seeing a flaw in a particular relationship that you want to fix. Okay, I think I see what's going on. You have anxiety about being late. You're late for something. Maybe you might be calling someone. You might have to call someone and tell them, hey, I'm gonna be late. I'm running late. Maybe you're out running errands or you're trying to get someplace on time, Aquarius or Crosswatcher. They're saying something might have you turning up late. And it might be because you're looking for something. Like I mentioned before, you're fumbling around looking for your keys. You're looking for your glasses. Something this week feels like it's time sensitive. And maybe this has something to do with bills. Maybe that's what this is. I will tell you, time is money this week. With something that you're trying to maybe materialize. There's just so much going on. There's so much going on. Okay. Some of you, you're traveling this week. Or you're connected to someone who is traveling. Possibly this earth sign. There's a Taurus. I was telling you you're late for something. Okay. I did mention to you while you're traveling, you might be a little bit late. I don't know, did you fall? You're limping possibly. There is a legal situation that I think that you're concerned about. Some of you, maybe there is a court date that you have coming up. Perhaps this has something to do with a contract. And I'm asking Spirit guides, what is this contract about? Maybe there's some sort of legally binding contract that you're coming across this week. Some of you are moving. Maybe some of you, this pertains to your home. So if you do have a court date coming up, you guys are saying, be careful, don't miss this court date. You have some sort of a fine to pay. So it seems like something has been delayed, okay, when it comes to your money. Somebody moving back in. Maybe somebody's having trouble. Maybe, yeah. You are concerned about someone or someone is concerned about moving. Maybe about a living situation. Because it looks like someone could possibly be moving back in. I was telling you someone could possibly be coming to your door. Maybe to have a conversation with you. Yeah. Because it looks like somebody might need a place to chill. Aquarius or Crosswatcher. But maybe somebody can't chill somewhere much longer. So that might be because of someone's situation. They could possibly be moving back in with you. Or maybe you're giving somebody their stuff back. Maybe you're bringing somebody their things. You guys are saying there's something here about a legal, there's some sort of obligation, some sort of contract that I think that you might be responsible for. This is something that I think is stressing you out about. Whatever this dilemma happens to be, it feels like your guys, especially if this is a financial dilemma, you guys are saying, yeah, You're going to be gathering together the funds that you need, especially if something is late in your situation, to pay something. Something gets paid this week. Because it looks like there's some sort of transaction that happens for you. Either you are helping someone out with their financial situation, or like I said, this might be your situation. I can't help but to notice some of you do have a court date coming up. Some of you, this is a child custody case. So I have something to do with child support. But I do feel that somebody might be on probation. Because it does look like maybe someone is locked up or has been locked up, but still may have some sort of obligation to the court to fulfill. So like I said, a fine might need to be paid. Did you get a ticket? I'm not sure what this is. Rather than, kind of dig, I'll just say this, Aquarius. Yeah. Whatever the dilemma, the anxiety happens to be, oh, some of you are getting married. Some of you, you're either getting married or you're attending a wedding. No, this looks like this is some sort of accusation. I'm so confused. Spirit, show me what's going on for Aquarius. Somebody accusing you of something? Oh, detective. We talked about that. Detective. So there is some sort of legal situation. Voyeurism, falsifying information. We talked about that. There's something that you're going to be seeing. Someone is obviously falsifying some sort of information. And I think you're going to see the truth about this. Yeah. Okay. So there's some information that's either out there about you or something that is written out there that happens to not be correct. Someone is definitely watching you, investigating something, kind of being nosy. If this is not like the cops investigating something, then this is nosy people, nosy situations. Might be your neighbors. Because it looks like someone is concerned about something. Either way. So if you've had a situation, it feels like there is a gathering coming up. Yeah. See, there's a pop-up visit from someone. This might put people back in harmony. So if you have had conflict with someone, it seems like you are able to make up. There is a level of forgiveness. Maybe having to do with something. You might see someone being an op, or you feel like they're just not really for your best interest. I think you're making a decision about whether or not to let someone come forth, or whether or not to help someone out in their situation. Because it looks like someone is in some sort of circumstance. So yeah, there's a spontaneous pop-up. Someone is coming to visit, is what this looks like. I talked about that already. It's this King of Pentacles. Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn that shows up. This is the Knight of Pentacles. So I think somebody is traveling, obviously, to come see you or see kids. Okay, I think I see it. This is starting to make more sense. I see the connection. So if you did have conflict with someone, someone's regretting this. There's a lot of sorrow. There's a lot of regret about how something happened. And this is someone that wants everyone together, wants there to be harmony. And yeah, there could possibly be a physical gathering. Okay, so maybe you are kind of meeting up with people, or someone might kind of leave, disappear, and pop up again. Because it seems like maybe somebody ghosted a situation and then they end up coming back. I'm trying to figure out, is this where the character assassination is? It could be. In some area of your life, it definitely feels like someone is trying to assassinate your character. They're trying to mess up something that you're doing. You are late for something. Yeah, this has something to do with time. It has everything to do with a contract. If there's something that you're signing, some sort of contract this week, Aquarius or Cross Watcher, your guys are saying, read it, look it over. Look at something closely. Maybe before you sign this contract. Make sure there's no deception involved in this. Make sure that this is an equal and balanced contract and this isn't something that benefits one and leaves the other one at a disadvantage. Okay, because like we were talking about, your spirit guides are saying there's some sort of confusion about something. But your guys are saying be still. There's something that you're going to do or something that is required of you, Aquarius, because your guides are trying to illuminate something for you. There's something that they want you to see where there is confusion or where someone is trying to confuse the situation, maybe deliberately or otherwise. Wherever this deception is, it's revealed to you. It might be something that's easy to overlook, or you just have a hunch, you have a suspicion about something that's going on, but you're just not sure. Your spirit guides come through to confirm whatever this is. Whatever needs to be seen, Aquarius or Cross Watcher, you're going to see it. And it puts you at an advantage to maybe detach or cut something off that may not be beneficial for you or those involved, those that you're connected to. And wherever there was confusion or is confusion this week, your spirit guides come in to give you clarity. And your guides are letting you know that there's some sort of change that's coming up. Is somebody's name Woods? Maybe that's someone's name. Spirit guides, show me Aquarius. You got animals, Aquarius. Seems like you could be concerned about an animal. Okay. Okay. Spirit guides say yes. This has something to do with an obsession. So now we got more context. You see this? This weird little eye situation. Somebody's fixated on you. Fixated on something. It seems like somebody could be looking for information because I've mentioned to you, somebody is definitely wearing a mask. They don't want you to know that it's them that's looking for something or doing something, but you're going to come across some sort of information that confirms something for you about some sort of obsessed individual. I don't know why. Anyway, Aquarius or Cross Watcher, bring your charger because it looks like you're going to need it. While you're traveling, you might get a little bit turned around. You could possibly be getting a little bit lost. As I mentioned to you, if there's someplace important that you're needing to travel to this week, give yourself time. Allow yourself the time that you need to get someplace on time. Because as I mentioned to you, something might have you, in the middle of nowhere. And this could be because you're traveling for some sort of, maybe you're traveling for a professional commitment. Yeah, your angels are no doubt there. Your spirit guides are definitely there. Maybe there is someone that passed in your life. Definitely show up as a spirit guide. So the plot thickens. We get more context. 10 of Swords. This is definitely something going on online for some of you. That's who's obsessed with you. Somebody's trying to sabotage something that you're doing online. Anyway, it seems like there's a phone call. You could possibly be, what am I trying to say? Contacting someone. Contacting someone, getting in touch with someone. Somebody did that. Somebody did. You could possibly be going to visit someone's grave. This is Sagittarius. I don't know if this is Sag that passed. Some of you, it seems like you're having a hard time grieving over someone's passing. So it could be that the anniversary of someone's passing comes up this week, Aquarius or cross watcher? Let's go ahead and recap some things that we've been talking about. Some of you, I mentioned to you, there's been some sort of, because I know I was trying to put the pieces together and maybe, like I said, I'll just recap it. There's someone that's coming to you. You're not sure of this person's intentions. You may have had conflict with this person before in the past. It looks like maybe it's not easy to get over past hurdles with having to do with this individual because it looks like you've been hurt by this person. This is someone that comes in to communicate with you. This could be someone that's coming to you. You could possibly be seeing someone at some sort of gathering, possibly. Either way, it feels like someone wants harmony to take place, possibly family. Someone wants to be a family again. I mentioned to you, this could be your father. This could have something to do with family, your own family, or a friend. For some of you, a friend could possibly be coming in between you and someone that you care about. Yeah, see, there's just somebody in your energy. I'll put it this way. This feels like this is the case if you happen to own your own business. It seems like your spirit guides, Aquarius or cross watcher, is telling you, be careful about who you take business from this week. Because it seems like something might be a little bit off when it comes to someone. That's completely clear to me in the reading. Yeah, somebody wants to resolve something here. Whatever issue you've had with someone in the past, someone feels like a relationship is salvageable, or they're hoping to see if it is salvageable, especially after there's been some sort of disrespect. So I see coming toward you an earth sign for some of you, for others of you, a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sag. I was mentioning to you, you got some sort of legal situation. This could be child support. There's something that is court ordered here. So some of you have been waiting for, I guess, a conclusion to something connected to court. You're concerned about something. Something actually does play out this week. Aquarius or cross watcher. It just feels like there's some sort of delay when it comes to a court situation. Come on. If you're not talking to someone, I was mentioning to you, either you're waiting for some communication or someone is waiting for you to call them. Maybe you're refusing to call them. Somebody might feel ghosted in a particular situation. Somebody pops up again this week, Aquarius. Someone might pop up on your feed. And this might even be somebody that you don't even like. It could definitely be that type of scenario. But for some of you, I think this is someone who is familiar to you. Somebody might feel very shut out by you. Somebody feels ghosted. They felt like you were having conversations and all of a sudden, radio silence. Yeah. Spirit guides are saying, once again, someone's passing is relevant. I think this is the reading. And I mentioned to you something here with court. If you have an ongoing court situation, something could possibly be delayed, or it was delayed and now something is finalized. I mentioned to you something is court ordered. This could be a divorce. This could be child custody. This could definitely be child support, because it definitely feels like there's somebody coming to you that there's no doubt someone passed. Some of you could possibly be getting an inheritance from someone's passing. Spirit guides, what's going on with this whole death situation? I'm so confused. Somebody passed away. What I'm going to tell you is this. Something was obviously stolen from you, Aquarius. Or there's been an attempt at there being like someone trying to take something from you. Your spirit guides show up heavily this week, because they say they have a message for you. In case you forgot. They're telling you something's going to be restored. There's some sort of restoration of something. Maybe this is you feeling confused and obsessed about something. It seems like something comes up this week. And so your guys are encouraging you to trust yourself. I mentioned to you before, you might be seeing a lot of birds around you. You might even be seeing a lot of butterflies. Someone could possibly be from maybe the East Coast or the east side of something. This is possibly someone that comes, especially a past situation, someone comes back. There's some sort of money that is owed to you, Aquarius or cross watcher. This could be like an advance. Like there could be someone advancing money just to you, or you could possibly be advancing money to someone. There's some money that's being dispersed into your account, or you're dispersing money into someone's account, especially if something's been held up for whatever reason. But it looks like you might have to reach out, maybe follow up with someone in order to get this information. There might be a lot of police activity here. There might be a lot of patrolling of your area. We talked about there being a detective. Maybe this is happening literally. There might be a cop kind of following or whatever. I don't know. Maybe that's who the obsession is from. Maybe it's from the cops. I don't know. But there might be like some increased police activity where you're living, where you're driving to. No. Do you have a warrant? I talked to you about this. Somebody could possibly be on parole, probation. Someone could possibly be concerned about that because it looks like something is returning. So there's something that was left pending. You might want to return to this, especially if this was like a failure to appear. Someone's license being suspended or something like that. That's what this looks like. Something might need to get taken care of, or this is you contacting the court. It's telling me something might be necessary. Somebody's license is suspended, this looks like. Or this is like a court situation that gets held up. There's a delay with something. But yeah, this could even be someone contacting you. Maybe somebody is in jail. Or that sort of thing. Maybe you're waiting for somebody. Maybe somebody's waiting to make a phone call. I'm not sure what this is. Maybe you two Aquarius or cross watchers. Sagittarius and Cancer just continue to repeat throughout your reading, especially Pisces as well. Definitely communication is coming in. This could be communication about a job. Or I mentioned to you, some of you are your business owners. It feels like when it comes to a financial situation where there have been some delays, there may now be an increase. That's what I think that this is. With somebody watching you, it seems like somebody's trying to clock your income. They're trying to figure out how much money you make or whatever, Aquarius. It looks like someone might be trying to stop something or halt your money in some sort of way because they're not happy with themselves. That's what this whole jealousy situation seems to be about. This might be a competitor. And then 9 times out of 10, maybe you're not honestly trying to compete with someone. But let's say if you do work in the same industry as someone, they're viewing you as competition. And this is maybe possibly someone trying to shut you down. Your spirit guides coming to bring you justice when it comes to something. Your guides are saying, yeah, you've been going through a tough time, Aquarius. Is this Mars? Full moon in Capricorn. That's actually the full moon that's coming up in a few days. The full moon happens to be in Capricorn. That's crazy. Things have been tough for you. Your guys are letting you know an end of a tough cycle definitely comes in for you. Coming up. And that the answers that you need are coming. I mentioned to you, you're confused about something. You're not sure what to do. Your guys are saying the answers are coming. Capitalize on this energy, Aquarius, a cross watcher. Talking about the full moon in Capricorn, structure, discipline. That's what this energy brings in. So it feels like if there's something that you've been procrastinating on, this is definitely a time to get going. Okay, it feels like there's some new beginnings coming in for you, some new opportunities, some changes that are coming in. What I will say in the background of the situation is that maybe somebody does not like your confidence, Aquarius. They don't. And I think that this is why somebody is obsessed and watching you, but masking who they are. They don't want you to know who they are. Maybe in fear of retaliation. Maybe somebody thinks that you're going to do, I don't know. But either way, if that is the case and someone's been sending some negative energy to you, I think that's another reason why your spirit guides show up. Yep, that's what this is. Some of you, you're well-versed in magic, Aquarius or cross-watcher. Maybe this is you getting your supplies together to complete, I don't know, I'm hearing complete some sort of mission. Yeah, maybe you might be going towards the ocean. Maybe the ocean is calling you. You could possibly be going somewhere warm. Or maybe you might be taking your kids to the beach. It seems like there's a child that's particularly on your mind this week, Aquarius or Crosswatcher. There's a Leo that steps in. So perhaps you're celebrating the birthday of a Leo, or you have a friend who is a Leo that comes in around this period of time. They become relevant in some sort of way. I will say this in regards to your health, Aquarius or Crosswatcher. It seems like you've been putting something off. And this is the week, Aquarius or Crosswatcher, where your spirit guides are saying to eliminate whatever this confusion happens to be with your health or the health of someone around you. Your guides are telling you, get back to it. There is no doubt somebody's doing magic on you. We talked about it. They're doing this. They're persistent at this. We talked about this. Or this is you possibly, like I said, returning that energy. Because this energy obviously doesn't belong to you. You're returning it back to the sender of things. And I think for some of you Aquariuses, that's what somebody is sending your way. Conflict. As I mentioned to you, if this has something to do with a relationship and somebody doesn't want you to be with that person, this is someone doing work. Like, it's like they're obsessed to like break you and this person up or to knock you off of your path. Something that you're meant to do, Aquarius or Crosswatcher, may have been very difficult for you. It may have you wondering if this is the right step to take, and if this is still the road that you're meant to travel, if this is a part of your destiny, so to speak. And your guys are saying, absolutely. Going back to what we were talking about in the beginning of the reading, your guides are saying, get focused, get clear, and get focused. Because it's abundantly clear in your reading that your guides are telling you to keep going with something in particular that you feel called to do. Even though there are obsessed people that want to block something that you're doing for whatever reason. I don't understand why this would be the case. Oh my gosh, I had channeled messages for you. I'm just going to patch those into the reading when I re-upload it. Aquarius, what is the advice, Holy Spirit, for the Aquarius nation for the next 7 days? Oh, actually, it seems like there's something here to do with the smoking situation. You possibly could be deciding to quit smoking. Since we were talking about your health, Spirit guides say, no, go back and talk about that. Because I do see something going on with somebody's vital organs. Like somebody's vital organs are begging them to stop doing something that is causing some sort of detriment to the inside of your body. So whatever that happens to be, Aquarius or Crosswatcher, you guys are saying, maybe look into that. It looks like for some of you, your body is suffering. It's going through some sort of situation. Your vital organs are begging you to stop. Are you leaving? Some of you could possibly be leaving the state, the country. I'm not sure what this is about. Looks like you're trying to escape something. Maybe it is a contract. Maybe you don't feel safe in your home. Yeah, soul child. That's you, definitely. I mentioned to you, this has something to do with your purpose, orbs of light. Maybe you're just kind of seeing orbs. This looks like this is your spirit guides coming in. You're channeling your spirit guides for some reason. Okay, no doubt about it. We talked about it. Whatever the confusion is, your angels, your spirit guides come in to give you some sort of wisdom. Either you are an oracle or your spirit guides are sending an oracle your way to help you to figure out whatever this happens to be. Okay? Spirit guides, what is the advice for the Aquarius nation for the next 7 days? No, we talked about this. And I said I was going to come back to this card. How can you feed others when your own table is empty? I kind of touched on this earlier, but I'm going to run this back real quick. Somebody asked in the comments, why do you repeat yourself? Understand sometimes it's how the cards lay out. Sometimes spirit guides will give me a message and they'll detour to another message and they'll circle back to that message, sometimes more than once. Sometimes there's a message the spirit wants there to be emphasis to. This is what's going on in this reading, because I don't see all of the clues right at the beginning of the reading. Sometimes the context might need some time to build. I said that to say this. I was mentioning to you, someone is obsessed with something that you're doing. I was mentioning to you, someone sees you as competition. Obsessed. It seems like I mentioned to you before, someone is trying to stop something that you're doing, halt something. And like I mentioned, let's remind you again, it's not going to work. But it does feel like someone is trying to take something from you with the Seven of Swords, possibly something online or something that someone is going to see online. Take something. This is like a greed type of situation. This is a situation where all can eat. Everybody can eat. In other words, everyone can profit or make an income. But it feels like it's due to greed that somebody wants your table to be empty. The spirit guys say, no, we all can eat. We all can profit or whatever this happens to be. We all can benefit from whatever this happens to be at work. For some of you, this seems like you do a similar job to other people. You hold a similar position to them. Like I said, someone's trying to shut you down. This might be people that you might view this week, Aquarius or Crosswatcher, as having no work ethic. And somebody that's playing these Jedi mind tricks with you, but we're going to call this deception. Somebody in your energy is deceptive. Spirit, what is the advice? Now we can move on to the advice. Spirit, what is the advice for the Aquarius nation? You guys are saying spend more time outdoors. It seems like you are constantly indoors. What does Spirit want you? Thank you for motivating me to spend more time outdoors and for helping me relax and enjoy connecting with nature. That's what your spirit guys want you to do. They want you to relax. It seems like you're stressed, you're frustrated. You guys are saying detach from the situation. Comes up not once but twice. We got this card that said detach earlier. You're detaching from something. It feels like maybe you're holding on to a particular outcome. Archangel Michael, I ask you to use your flaming sword to cut any attachment to fear or drama so that I may be centered in the knowingness of peace, that peace is everywhere within me and this situation. For whatever the situation happens to be, you guys are saying detach from it. Let your spirit guides guide you to what the truth is and how to resolve this dilemma. Spirit, one more for the Aquarius nation. For the next 7 days. You can handle this. There's a wise saying, you are never given more than you can handle. Tune into your heart to reconnect with your strength. So whatever this happens to be, Aquarius or Crosswatcher, your guides are saying you can handle this. You can handle it, or you're giving some sort of boost of motivation to someone else who might be going through something. Remember, your guys are saying detach from it. Let it go. Your angels, they got it. With that, Aquarius nation of Crosswatchers, this concludes your 7-day forecast with angelic ascensions. There's one more thing. Just saw it. The way forward is open. You're not trapped. Possibilities and opportunities abound. I will guide you to your personal spiritual freedom. What caught my eye is it says the way forward is open. We talked about there being some sort of blockage. Some of you could possibly be doing a road opener. Perhaps that's what this is. To remove whatever this blockage is. Because it looks like you're doing some sort of work to remove this. With that, Aquarius Nation and Cross Watchers, have a blessed, beautiful, and productive week. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out, Aqua Nation.